Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chaos and Order Art by Susan Holt. That is me. Today is January 10th, 2024, and I almost can't believe that we're already to the 10th of January. It seems like just a couple days ago was the 1st. As a business person, I am looking forward to Valentine's Day, so I'll be talking about that a little bit tonight and about some other stuff, so stay tuned. Before I get too far started, I would like to do a little bit of housekeeping. Oh, I see Lisa is here, Patty Jo is here, hey. I see Chris is here, hello. Don't know if I can read comments yet. Oh, Chris says thumbs up in a comment, so yes I can. Yay, I can see comments tonight. If you're watching live with me, thank you so much for being here tonight. Kind of fun show for you this evening. If you are watching in replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay down in the comments for me. That way I know you stopped by. For those of you who are on live, go ahead and give me some thumbs up when you see something you like, or I say something you like, or give me one of those little hearts, or several of them if I say something you love, or you see something that you love. Comments, questions in the comments, they're all very, very much appreciated. And if I have the camera tilted down to the canvas, because I'm going to paint dots for you tonight, and I miss a question or a comment, I will go back later and answer those questions and comment back to you and get you the right information. Okay, so housekeeping is done. Dun, da, da, yay. And now I am going to start with all the information I have for you tonight. I'm excited because I do get to paint the dot design that you chose on the monthly painting tonight. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek of a piece or two of jewelry that's coming up that I have just finished. And I'm going to show you a painting, and then I will paint for you and tell you which of the dot designs from the dot design card were chosen to go on the monthly painting today. Okay. Upcoming sneak peek jewelry time. So I am doing a limited series of 14 pendants for Valentine's Day. Here's one of them. Oh, look how pretty it is. So this one has reds and purples in it, and each and every single one of them has its own heart-shaped design that is unique and one of a kind. So I will be posting one of these every day in February from the 1st to the 14th. And if you want to call first dibs on any of them, go ahead and let me know when the time comes, because you can never start thinking about a Valentine's Day gift for your loved one or loved ones too early. Oh, I see April is here. Hello. Hey, April. Which brings me to the painting I wanted to show you today. This is one of my award-winning paintings, Robust Ruby. And this cute little 8x8 painting is on canvas panel, so it will need to be framed. Oh, Joe Claire is here. Hey, Joe Claire, welcome. Gosh, you and I haven't talked in a long time. I'm going to have to go over into chat and chat with you. Yes, so today is a great day to start thinking about Valentine's Day gifts for your loved one or loved ones. And I even have friends that will give each other a gift, which means they buy a gift for their house, and a lot of times it is a brand new painting for their collection. So if you don't know what to get for your special someone, like they're a really picky shopper, go ahead and let me know, and I will help you. We'll get on a consultation call. I have several questions to ask you, so don't even worry if you're a little bit stuck about maybe where to even start, because I got this. I've been there. I've done this. I specialized in picking pieces, either jewelry or paintings or anything else I make really, for those hard to please people. So if you have someone in your life who is a little picky, or they're not quite sure what they want, go ahead and pop over into Messenger, say, hey, I need a consultation call with you, and we will do basically a FaceTime or a Zoom call, and I'll ask you all the questions, and we will get the right piece for your hard to please loved one. Joe Claire says it's such as gorgeous reds in this piece. Yes, right? It's all the reds. Since Valentine's Day is coming up, wanted to make sure I showed you this one. And again, this one is an award-winning painting. It is called Robust Ruby, and it is 8 by 8 inches, and it's $400, and that includes free shipping in the continental US. So if your loved one loves these gorgeous reds that Joe Claire has pointed out and would like an award-winning painting from an internationally shown award-winning published artist, this is a great piece to pick. Ooh, got my tongue twisted there. So if you are interested in this one, go ahead and let me know. I also have other paintings in reds and pinks and peaches and golds that will warm anybody's heart. So if you really want one that is in this color theme, go ahead and let me know, and we can talk about your budget and what fits into that budget. And if they would prefer a piece of jewelry, we can do that too. I'm working on more jewelry as we speak. Half of my desk down here that you can't see yet is jewelry pieces that I'm working on. And the other little, maybe a third. And then a third has all my equipment on it. And then a third is where I'm going to be painting for you tonight. So yeah, if you are interested in this or any other little painting or big painting that I have as a Valentine's Day gift, go ahead and let me know. Pop on over into Messenger and we can get that out for you now so that your loved one has it to unwrap on Valentine's Day. Put these off to the side since I'm done talking about those. Okay, woohoo, time for painting. And I do get a little quieter while I paint. So if I tend to go quiet, it's just because I am really concentrating on what I'm doing when I paint. But this is our lovely little dot design card. And this year I've decided to go black paint on white paper instead of white paint on black paper. I've also changed the size. These are 5 by 7. Aren't they cute? Oh my gosh. I just love these so much. And these will go with any decor. They are, oh, Jennifer is here. Hey, Jennifer. These are also for sale, and they will, the previous ones from previous years, the last 2 years, Crystal is here. Hi, Crystal. Are available for sale. This one is available starting this evening, and then all of the other ones that are for 2024 will be available as I use them and as I get them painted. But since they're black and white, they go with anything and everything. They are on paper, so they will need to be matted and framed. And I don't do that very well, so I always say support your local frame shop and have the professionals do that. Unless you are a framer, which I have a friend who is a framing specialist, but she's no longer in that industry, so I send people elsewhere. Okay, so tonight, everybody picked number 3. There wasn't one single person who picked number 1 or number 2. So we're going to paint number 3. And this is the monthly painting that it is going on. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, so pretty. So I'm going to flip this down. I'm going to move the camera. If you get a little bit motion sick, hang on for just a minute, close your eyes, look away, and I'll tell you when it's safe to look back. Because I need to position this where you guys can see the painting. See see me working on the painting. Let me get that up a little higher. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'll put this over here so I can see it, and hopefully you guys can see it. And we'll get started. I did go ahead and mark the center of my canvas before I got on with you tonight. I often don't mark where I'm going to, pre-mark where I'm going to put my dots, and none of the other dots are marked out. I do this by eye, and I think it gives it a much more organic, non-computerized look, which is what I'm going for since I do make organic, non-computerized art. Get my paint ready over here. So there's something that I talk about every now and again called the hand of the artist. And a lot of times if you're watching a show that's talking about art, you'll hear the specialists and the curators talking about, oh, you can really see the hand of the artist in this piece. And what that means is you can really tell which artist made it. And it differentiates any piece that's done by anybody else or on the computer, because, you know, my brain works different than any other artist's brain. My hands work different than anybody else's hands. I have different skill set. I have a different history that I bring to all my work. And of course, my body is not built necessarily like anybody else's, and the way I use it isn't either. So that's what they mean by hand of the artist, is the way we move, the way we create, the way we think, and the way that shows up and is represented on the canvas. So when I paint, you know it's me. You see one of my paintings out in the wild, you know it's one of my paintings. All right, pouring my ink into my little container over here. And then we'll go ahead and get started. Again, we're using design number 3, which honestly, out of all 3 of these designs on this page, is my favorite. All right, so I'm excited to do this. Get my apron the right way, got my towel in my lap. Okay, let's get started. And I was going to put the spiral on this before I got online with you tonight on the live, but that did not happen because, like I said, I'm ramping up for Valentine's Day, getting some new stock made for my jewelry, because I know Valentine's Day is a big jewelry holiday, and making sure I have all of the new stuff that ready to go up on my website. And I already got some of it up today, but I have I have 4 different sizes of these cute little earrings that have not gone up on the website yet. And I've decided to make some sets of jewelry this year. So I'm working on those, and I am having so much fun making them that I had to clear off this entire space before I could actually come on live tonight, because there was just so much stuff on it. So I did not have the space to work to put this spiral on before I got on here tonight, so you're just gonna have to bear with me, spend a little time with me tonight, and you guys get to sit back and relax, and I get to do all the work. I say all the work, but to me this is just fun. This is pure joy. So while I'm painting, you know this is my happy place. What's your happy place? What is the thing you most like to do in the whole entire world? And are you lucky enough for it to be your job? I'm lucky enough for it to be my job. I create and I love it. And I do turn my canvas when I'm putting these spirals on, excuse me, because I find it helps me keep the spacing between my dots a little bit more even by the time I get out to the sides. Since I don't mark these out in advance, they're never going to be absolutely perfectly spaced, but they'll be pretty good. Because spatial awareness is one of my superpowers. Well, spatial awareness on an art project is one of my superpowers. Sometimes I misjudge a doorway and I'll smack an elbow into it. But I think we're all a little guilty of that. You know, we're just not paying attention as much as we should when we walk past something and we hit part of our bodies on it. The other day I had a really nice compliment from one of my collectors. And she said that her mom is a little bit picky about items that she gets from the kids, but she knows that if she sends her mom to me, I will get exactly the right thing for her. I thought that was an amazing compliment. So that's why I talked about, one of the reasons why I talked about I'm good finding that perfect thing for picky people in your life. Gift giving is not necessarily an easy thing. I am very lucky in that if I show up for something with my mom, or my sister, or my bestie, or my other bestie, that they will ooh and ah appropriately, as I like to call it, and just absolutely love it. I have a friend in Michigan, and this year I said, "What do you want for Christmas?" And she says, "You pick." So I sent her something, and we had a video call, and she was like, "I absolutely love it." So that always makes me happy to hear when you absolutely love something that I pick out or that I create or a bit of both. And it's a great way to support an artist, is to tell them, how much their work means to you, or that you absolutely love it and why. To an artist, a good review is, and a heartfelt review, is fantastic. Lets us know we're kind of on the right page. And it doesn't cost anything, just costs a couple minutes worth of typing. So if there is an artist in your life that you want to support, but don't quite know how to, go ahead and leave them a great review. It'll make their day. If I'm that artist, go ahead and leave me a review. It really will make my day. Did I just use that one? No, I just used that one. Okay. All right. So I mentioned before that I do get a little quiet sometimes when I am painting. That's just because I'm really paying attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I'll stop there, not put another layer on, and go from here. Okay. Make the spiral show up. It's one of my favorite parts. It's when this goes from a grid of dots, or concentric dots, to a spiral. had inspiration strike last night, and I came up with a bunch more dot designs. So I have fresh new dot designs that are going to be available to put on more paintings. I have a little notebook that when I start thinking of dot designs, my brain just kind of takes over and runs with it. I draw them down with pencil. Jot them down in my notebook. That was it. I think it started around 12:30 last night. As some of you know, our dog is having some weird medical issues. So her sleep schedule and my sleep schedule have shifted to later in the day. So if you need me to be somewhere in the morning, I need a few days notice. Because between her and my being old enough to have perimenopause issues, I don't really get to bed till about 2 a.m. these days. So yeah, I think it was I went from 12:30 to 1:30, so it was an hour. And yeah, about an hour. I just sat on the couch and watched my shows and sketched. It was a lot of fun. Just going through and popping some bubbles. I don't want the bubbles to set in there because sometimes they don't work themselves out. And they leave kind of a little crater in my painting, and I don't want that. So if I can get them out now, that's a good thing. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and start. Woo! And flip this upside down and make a mess of everything. So I'll be painting this dot design after I wipe up the mess I just made and fix that. I will go back and fix the dot design card another time. But I need to fix my painting now. I keep a handy little dish of Q-tips next to me because I know me, and this is not the first time something like this has happened. And it is easier to fix a wet painting than a dry painting. Okay. The key is not to panic. There we go. One more. There we go. Okay. All right, now let's get to painting on the dot design. Sorry about that, everyone. Well, Studio Dog has come in. Hi. Yeah, go tell Chris. I know. He just let her out and let her back in, and now she's in here whining at me because she wants to go outside with me. But I'm busy. I'm here with you. While I'm doing this little section, I just want to remind you all that next week we will do the painting. We will do the title suggestions for this painting. So if you have any suggestions, you can go ahead and put them in the comment section here of this video, or you can wait for the Tuesday night post when I request them, and you can put them there. Either way, I look at both on Tuesday night just in case somebody has snuck a comment in or a good suggestion by that I didn't see. Don't want to miss any good title suggestions. And I love how you guys are so creative, because you come up with things I never would have even thought of to call paintings. So it's so much fun to see what you're thinking. Oh. Part of the fun about making these end finial designs is finding the order in which I want to put the dots on the canvas. Because there's always dots that have to come first. And when I draw them out in my sketchbook, sometimes the order I need to paint them is different than when I draw them with pencil. And sometimes when I do the dot design cards, they don't necessarily follow how I think they should go on in order. So when I do the painting, I have to think about what I need to put where and what I need to put down first in the design to make it a cohesive piece. That was the wrong size. And the other thing is figuring out what size of tool I need to use to get the look I want. To cover the distance I need it to cover. What size I want the dots, what size I want the swipes. That all depends on what size of tool that I use. How much room I have on my canvas. How much room I have in between each arm of the spiral. And also how the painting is going to look up close and from further across the room. Because paintings can look different depending on where you view them from or how close you view them from. So there's a lot going on in my head when I'm painting. I have to also figure out how to get most of these to look not alike, because I know that two of these are never going to look alike, just like snowflakes. But they can be close. I can get them pretty close. Missed one there, didn't I? That's all right. It happens. The other thing I have to really pay attention to is not to drag my hand through the wet paint that I have on the canvas already. That is something I have had to learn over the years that I've been doing this. But I also have to be able to anchor my hand with the dotting tool in it so that I can get the dots right where I want them. So yeah, there's a lot going on in my head when I paint. Okay. Show that to you there. I think that's gonna be it. So that is the dots on the monthly painting. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed watching me paint for you tonight. And remember, next Tuesday, let me know your title ideas for this painting, and Wednesday I will announce the title on it. Week after that we will do first dibs on this piece. Check and see if there's any comments. Oh, Joe Claire says lunar lavender. Ooh, I like it. I see Elise is here. Hello, hello, Elise. Patty Jo says, I like the way you achieve balance rather than alike. Yes, absolutely. I am a human being. There's no way that I am ever going to get anything to be exactly the same. I am not a computer. I don't have the technology. I don't have the software in my brain and the hardware, the mechanical stuff to make everything look exactly the same. So I want to make them look like they belong together, but you're still going to see the hand of the artist in it, just like I talked about at the beginning of the video. So I hope you have enjoyed watching me paint tonight. Joe Claire says, beautiful and fun to watch. Thanks. Thanks, Joe Claire. I see Mary is just joining us right at the end. So for those of you who are just joining, go ahead and go back through when this posts in just a few minutes and put in #replay in the comments, and you can see what I created this evening. Thank you all for being here with me tonight. I appreciate it very much. I'll go back and get back to you on those comments that I missed while I had the camera painting down at the painting. Thanks for being here on Chaos and Order Art by Susan Holt. I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.